Hey guys, I'm in the basement. I figured why not make a quick video while I'm down here. I'm getting a parts list together of what else I need for broken games that I currently have. And I figure, you know what, since I have them pulled out, the back's taken off of some of them, why not look at them while I'm going through it so you guys can kind of see what these games look like internally. And also, I found a glass for Paperboy. I went online and I Google searched it, and somebody actually sells the light smoked tempered glass for this. It was $90 shipped, which is a little bit expensive, but not horrible, because if you go and you buy a screen bezel for like Tapper or something like that, they're $150 to $180 for screen printed glass. So I didn't think it was that bad. So I did go ahead and order it, so that's on the way. Also, let me pause this for a second. Okay, so yeah, I went ahead and ordered it. Why not? It'll be correct, and I don't have to worry about it. It should be cut to size and everything else. Also, I ordered a new fuse holder from Arcade Shop for Paperboy. I ordered a new filter that goes on the power brick assembly down at the bottom, so I can replace that. And now my Dig Dug's not turning on, so I have it opened up. Let's go around back and look at that. I'm gonna squeeze through here. Ugh. So this isn't turning on. So my guess is the power supply took a crap. That would be my guess. I don't have a lot of room back here right now. I'm trying not to move these away too much because take it off the tripod. It's gonna be a little shaky for me holding it, but I don't want to take these out too far because then they're going to unplug and all this other crap. So if I were to guess, it's not getting 5 volts. So we had a power supply issue. I mean, it could technically be a fuse. I mean, you never know. Let me grab a light real quick though. Let me grab a light so you can actually see inside of these cabinets, so see what they look like. Oh, that was the monitor powered on. Hold on one second. Okay, there is restoration videos on this Dig Dug cabinet, but you can see how the power supply, the power brick and everything was completely clean, painted, and it looks pretty much brand new. That's what I try to do with all these games that I go through. Obviously, some of these games I don't restore, so I don't do that. But anyways, if I were to guess, I'd say the 5 volts on the main power supply took a crap. I mean, we can check the fuses, see if we see anything visible. If not, I'll have to check them with a meter. But pull this cardboard back, hopefully, and not rip the cardboard. To the eye, they look good, but that doesn't mean that they are good. This one looks a little bit strange. You know what? Let's grab a multimeter. Why not? Okay, I got to try to do this one-handed while holding the camera with my other hand. Now, you can test them in the cabinet. It's not going to hurt anything. Let's just put it, we're using a continuity test. So if it beeps, we know that it's good. This piece of cardboard. Put my meter on. Yes, it is. See if it works. Touch the two leads together. Okay, we get a beep. So let's stick it on here. I'm actually not getting a beep on that one. Second one's beeping. Third one's beeping. Fourth one's beeping. Fifth one's beeping. This first fuse is not beeping. We might just have a blown fuse, guys. Now, I've noticed, you know, I run 6 or 7 breakers down here, 20 amp breakers, and I've noticed that you have to take your time putting them on. You can't just go start flipping a bunch of switches at once, because it seems to, like, sometimes the monitors won't turn on correctly at first, and it'll kind of like overload. And you know, maybe that's what happened with this fuse. Doesn't look bad, but that doesn't mean anything. Let me put it on the floor here. Don't stick it on a piece of metal, because that's all it's going to do is tell you that it's good at that point. So let's check it here. Like I said, this is not easy doing one-handed, but I'm not getting anything out of this fuse. This fuse is blown. This is probably why the Dig Dug's not turning on. So this is a, can I read it? Can I read it? I just want to make sure it's the right fuse. Even though F2 is supposed to be a 4 amp fuse, that doesn't mean I didn't screw up and put a different fuse in here. Actually, it looks like there's a 5 amp fuse in here. This is, might have been in there originally and I just never checked it. 250 volt. I think this says 5. But the tag says a 4 amp. So I'm going to go grab a 4 amp and we're going to see if this one will power on. Okay, I grabbed a 4 amp fuse. I need to turn the game off. I forgot it was on. So let's hit the switch. Let's power it off. Okay, game is off. Let's throw this fuse in and see if we get some action or not. Or is it going to blow the fuse? Game just turned on. There's our LED light. So, could just been something as dumb as a fuse. Let's check the front. That'll be nice. That'll be one headache not to worry about. And there it is, guys. So Dig Dug is fixed, I believe, unless it blows a fuse again. Then we have something else going on. But looks good, so that's awesome. So sometimes it's just something stupid. You never know. Like I said, when you're powering on this many games in one shot, you run the risk of something dumb happening. You know, you get a little bit of a power spike, or who knows. I mean, I don't really know the theory on it and how it works. I just know that dumb stuff like this does happen. So don't discredit it and don't think it's not going to happen, because it definitely can. So you always want to start with checking your fuses, you know. Don't go start ripping your fuse or your power supply out thinking that's it right off the bat. So this one is fixed for now. Hopefully it won't do that again. Okay, so the problem we're having with Centipede is the screen on Centipede likes to go dim, bright, kind of back and forth. And I've heard both ways. You know, could be a capacitor, could be the flyback. I'm not sure. This is this restoration was done probably about 8 years ago, 7 years ago. This actually has a Best Tech monitor in it out of a poker machine. So I did find a cap kit for these. I have not checked for a flyback yet. Cap kit I can get from Arcade Parts and Repair. So I'm going to order a cap kit. I'm going to look and see if they sell a flyback for this. Chances are probably not. But maybe I'll start with doing a cap kit first, let it run and see what it does. Is it doing it because the cap is messing up? But man, it almost looks like no, I didn't cap it. Okay, there looks like there's a couple new caps, but I definitely did not cap this monitor. Okay, just because, and I know that because all the caps are different colors, and usually cap kits, they usually always come one or two colors, and this one has black, brown, blue. I'm pretty positive this was not recapped. It looks like somebody has gone in here and changed a few caps at some point in its life, but yeah, I think I'll start with that, and if I can find a flyback, I'll also buy a flyback, because I have more than one of these monitors running down here right now, and I'll show you. But anyways, that's what the problem is with this one, is the monitor is just getting a little funky. Right now, like, it'll start up and look great for a while, and then it'll get really bright and washed out, then it'll get dim, and guess what? Dig Dug just went out again. So why is it blowing that fuse? So something's wrong with Dig Dug. I was hoping it was just a fuse and it was going to be fine, but clearly something is causing that fuse to blow. So I need to figure that out. Thought I was going to get away with something really easy, but apparently not. Never works out that easy for me. So you can see what's going on here. Blowing a 4 amp fuse on F2. So I don't know what that is yet. I have no clue. And why are these wires out like this? So I have no idea. I'll have to look into that more. What monitor is in this one? I'm not sure what that monitor is right now. Okay, so then on to Kangaroo. It's physically just not turning on. And I know that Kangaroo is something to do with these plugs on this board, because I know I've wiggled them around and got the game to turn on before. Let me turn the switch on here. And let's see what we got. If we can get this to maybe fire up so I could see it. And I think if it comes on, then that's what the issue is. I need to do something with these connectors. They feel a little messed up. But it might not turn on today. I don't know. Oh, you know what? It's not plugged in. Duh. Hold on. Okay, now it's plugged in. Let's pull out the interconnect switch. See if we get anything. Which, I don't hear anything. Actually, I don't even hear the monitor turning on. Interesting. Curiosity, let's just see. Do I have another blown fuse? Another game with another blown fuse? Maybe. I don't see the monitor turning on though. I didn't hear it. The coin door lights are turning on. Marquee looks like it's lit up. Main fuse is okay. Grab my meter again. Okay, I just checked it off camera. All 5 fuses are okay. So it does have power. Let's see if it's a monitor issue or the game. Yeah, monitor issue. Game's fine. So we have a down monitor. And this is I just unplugged it, dummy. An Atari, oh boy. It's the original Atari disco monitor. What could it be? What could be wrong with this? God only knows. I heard these things are kind of a nightmare. There is a fuse on it. It is disconnected right now. Let me test the fuse on there. I'm not gonna be able to do it on camera. It's too far up into the chassis. Okay, fuse is okay on the monitor, so it's not a fuse issue. So it's the hot is not firing the monitor. So I'm gonna have to do investigating on that as well. See if I can get parts for this thing. I'm trying to think here. Could be a cold solder joint. I don't know. I mean, I know before it was kind of turning on and off, so it almost makes me think maybe it's a cold solder joint somewhere. I'm not sure though, but I'm gonna have to look this up and see if I can't find some parts for this monitor. Okay, so I'll have to see what I can get parts wise on that. So it's definitely a monitor issue. And then we have Tapper over here with another monitor issue, and this is another Best Tech monitor. So this one, what it's doing is I cannot get it to the horizontal and vertical hold. They don't want to sync. It's just like no matter what I do, I can get the image to stop rolling for a little bit, and then all of a sudden it just starts rolling again. I believe I have it hooked up correctly, but that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, because I think that's extra. But here's the inside of the Tapper, which we did videos on this restoration a year or so ago, I think. But I mean, the game does work, but the monitor is definitely screwed up. It's definitely a monitor issue more than anything. God, I hate these plugs. Why is... Oh no, that's right. I hate the way that these, I noticed that on Spy Hunter too. The wire that goes to the sound always has the first pin missing. It's like it's like the plug's not big enough. And Spy Hunter's the same way. But trying to think here. Where's my video cables? Right there. Comes up. I mean, I don't think it's could be a sync issue. I wonder what the brown and orange wires go to. Are they hooked up down here? This is not plugged in. Yeah, I don't really feel like unplugging this right now. I'm gonna bet and say it's the monitor issue, because you can get it to lock in and it'll look good for a couple minutes and then it'll start rolling again. So I think it's the monitor itself. So once again, same Best Tech monitor. So I'm gonna order a cap kit for that as well. I don't know if that's gonna cure it or not, but you know what? It's not gonna hurt it. These are definitely old caps. I don't see anything swollen. All the caps look pretty good to me. But looking wise and if they are good are two different things. And sometimes the caps will blow out on the bottom, not the top. So you won't really know until you do that. So I think I'll just cap it first, see what it does, see if it reacts well or not. If not, maybe I'll look more into the sync wires to see if those brown and orange wires do something. I'm not sure on that. I'm pretty sure I messed with it in the past, but I just don't remember. I'd have to go back and look at my videos. So that's that issue. I think I only have like one or two other issues. Wizard of War the other night when people were over, that gave me issues. The one of the boards in the stack, I had to pull out and reseat it, and then it fixed that problem. Trying to think if there's anything else that I remember that was kind of giving me problems. I didn't turn on these games. Still have to fix Sinistar. I got the part inside the cabinet for that. Hopefully that's going to fix that. Bubbles is working. Moon Patrol randomly has a problem with the sound. I need to look into that. Zookeeper, every once in a while when I turn it on, the screen will be a little messed up. It'll be out of sync, or you know what I mean, it'll roll, and then it'll stop. And that to me almost seems like it's because other games get powered on at the same time, that it just doesn't get enough power when it first starts up, but it does straighten itself out. Or it could be caps going bad, I don't know. I mean, some of this stuff is just you got a guesswork. I'm not a monitor expert by any means, but we're going to get them working one way or another. Dig Dug's kind of a mystery. I wonder why that 4 amp fuse is blowing. That I don't know. Also, I've been cleaning my storage room, still not done. This arcade was completely put together yesterday, and now it's completely torn apart just that quickly. I dug out all the PGA Tour computer, control panel, everything, so that we can put it into the bags cabinet, because we're going to take this bags and we're going to put it into the Silver Strike cabinet. So then everything from this will be on the Silver Strike cabinet. We'll do a switcher just like we have on the Golden Tee, where I have the Golden Tee and I have Power Putt. So we'll have the exact same setup over there, and it'll have bowling and bags. And then this cabinet is going to be the PGA Tour. I have the All Access Pass, which I think is 27 or 29 courses. So all this mess right now has got to get put into there. And I think I'm going to run this tournament play on top of the cabinet. It doesn't work. The circuit board inside here is shot, but I did buy something for that. Let me grab it real quick. So I grabbed one of these off of Amazon, and you can program it to say whatever you want it to say through your phone. And I think I'm going to do is I'm going to mount it in there, and I actually have the PGA Tour tournament thing that goes over top of that, because you could have, back in the day, you could have took PGA Tour and converted it into a Golden Tee cabinet. So what my theory is, what my thinking is this control panel is the right width for this cabinet, okay? But it's a little bit longer, which I'm okay with. So the front of it might come out a little bit because it curves. So I'm going to replace that control panel onto this cabinet. The only downfall is you see where those notches are? There's going to be a notch right here on both sides, and I need to figure out how I'm going to address that. I will figure out a way to fill that notch in, either with a piece of wood and paint it black, or paint it red, or do something. I'll figure out something to make that work. But this is the marquee. I got this from oh boy, I don't remember offhand. I got to peel the blue off the back still. But I sent my marquee that I had to him, and it was a different size. I had him scan it and resize it, so now it'll fit this cabinet perfectly. So that'll be nice, and then we'll put that message thing above it, So that'll be another video or two, putting all this crap into that cabinet, taking all that stuff, moving it over to that cabinet. It's gonna probably be 3 videos, to be honest with you. It's gonna be quite a bit of work to do it, but we'll get it done. Just trying to get all these projects out on the floor because I got to get them done before New Year's, and it's already September, and everybody's probably like, it's still 4 months away. Yeah, but you know what? When you're working on crap like this, 4 months goes by real fast, especially when stuff's not working and you can't figure out why it's not working. But anyways, I think that's about it for now. So basically what I want to make sure I get done by New Year's, so I want to have all these games down here working properly. And they have at one point, but you know, you run them and they go bad. Stuff goes bad. Just the name of the game. You're talking about electronics from the early 80s. You know what I mean? These were never expected to live the life they've lived, but they've done it. You know, they didn't expect these circuit boards to still be around and working, but they do. So anyways, I want to get everything down here working. I want to get PGA Tour installed into the bags cabinet, get bags moved over into the Silver Strike X cabinet. I want to finish up Paperboy. So we need to get Paperboy finished up. We need to get Stargate finished up. We need to get Spy Hunter finished up. Those are the 3 must-have things I need to get done before New Year's. I don't know if Tempest is going to make it. Probably not. It'd be cool if it did, but I've got a ton of work in the shop. I'm trying to work on remodeling the back of the shop, get the concrete poured and all that stuff on top of doing everything else. So I don't think I'm going to have the time to get it done. So that might not even get started until the beginning of next year. Oh, Jurassic Park is in place now. Red gun is not registering. Blue gun works perfect. Red gun's not working. So I don't know if I don't know yet. I haven't even gotten into it to look at it yet, but it is mostly working. So far, fingers crossed, these MCR games over here are all working good. Like I said, Sinistar, we got to replace that one chip, and hopefully that'll fix that. Every now and again, Zaxxon, the blue will go out. That's something to do with I think it's the neck board. I think there's something, a loose solder joint or something on that. So, you know, let's fire up the row of Midway games and see if Joust turns on. Because on Saturday night, when the people were over, Joust didn't turn on, and I don't know why. So let's turn those on real quick, and that's going to be this switch right here. And let's see if Miss Robotron's on. Do we have Joust? Joust our monitor always takes a minute to turn on. That's pretty normal for this one. There it comes. See, I don't know why it didn't turn on that night. The only thing I can think of is I had these games out before everybody came over, and I was vacuuming behind them because we have dogs. Dog hair blows around and it gets behind the games, under the games. So I try to move this stuff out every so often and vacuum behind them and clean all the dog hair out. And I don't know if maybe I bumped something. I know that Robotron, I have the back door partially off right now. It's tilted back a little bit. The stupid interconnect switch, when the door was shutting, it wasn't fully engaging it. So I need to do an adjustment on the bracket to bring it out a hair more, so that when I put the door on, it'll fully press in the interlock switch. Trying to think if there's anything else I can think of offhand here. I don't think so. I mean, as long as these next couple restores go well and they get up and running, we should be good to go. You know, I got so many games to do. I don't even know, like, it's kind of overwhelming. I know that I'm going to put Spy Hunter over here, and I think I'm going to take Tapper out of here and put it over here as well, and just have this whole center right here MCR games. So basically there's going to be a Tapper, Spy Hunter, and then Journey. So that'll pretty much complete this area here. These 2 legs that are coming down from the ceiling, those are, I believe, 2 different breakers. Or maybe they're on, yeah, I think there's 2 separate breakers up there. So that'll be good because Journey will come out to here. Still be plenty of walk room to get through here, but that'll give me 2 game spots there. I'm going to gain a game spot right there, so that's 3. What else am I doing here? just kind of rambling on, kind of just telling you what I'm planning on doing and stuff. This Nintendo cabinet that I made a long time ago, that's gonna leave. I might just put that in the back shop. I'm not sure. It's got my original Nintendo in it and stuff. I don't want to get rid of it. But so this is a spot. So that's spot number 4. I can jostle some stuff around and get a game in the corner here. That'll be spot number 5. You know what else I was thinking too is these end units, I could slide the game over and put another one right next to it. Yeah, you'll see part of the back of the cabinet when you're over here, but does it really matter? So let's just see here. If we do that, what can I really gain here? Probably gain quite a bit. You know, these I kind of like looking at the artwork. You know, it is kind of cool to see the artwork. So we're not going to say anything more about this other than 2 more games there. So 1 over there, 1 with that Nintendo cabinet, that's 4. So let's say we put 5, 6, you know, we put 2 more over here. This is game number 7. And then I'm going to put games in the middle here. I don't really want to do it because I really do kind of like the open space, but I've got too many games. And I already have electrical run up there. These are another circuit that's not being used right now. It's turned off. But so these are going to be future plugs coming down here. So I should be able to fit about a dozen more games down here, and then I am officially out of room. Other than getting rid of some games is the only way that I will be able to fit more down here. Do I start putting some games in my shop? Maybe. I am going to build a bar out there, so maybe I will put some games out there, you know, because I'm getting to the point now where the games I have are what I want to keep, you know, and I know that when people come over, I know what people like to play. Kids love shooting games. Kids love Mortal Kombat. You know, they love the driving games. So these are stuff I don't want to get rid of because this is what they play when they come over, so I don't want to get rid of it, you know what I mean? And these take up a lot of room, but people really enjoy them. People really like Route 66. I actually beat that whole game. Took a while, probably a good hour. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So I guess basically once I fill this up down here the rest of the way, I guess if I have more games I still want, they're going to have to go in the shop. Because I'll be out of room out here, but there'll be plenty of room out there to put a couple games. Like I said, I'm going to put a bar in the corner and stuff like that. The jukebox is going to be out there, so I'll be able to have a couple games out there. I think I'm definitely going to put that Nintendo cabinet out there just because that's my Nintendo that I got for Christmas when I was a kid. Still works to this day. I have a bunch of cartridges for it. So it's all you got to do is open that bottom door on the cabinet and you can change, you know, to a different game. Still got to blow in the cartridges just like you did when you were a kid. Nothing's changed. But yeah, you know, I have quite a few there. I even have my N64 games in there too. Got a bunch of N64 games in there too. Which makes me wonder, now the controls are different. It'd be kind of cool if I can retrofit that to work for the N64, but I guess I could by physically just plugging in remotes to it, because the N64 remotes are pretty complex compared to the original Nintendo remotes, which were just 4 buttons and a joystick. All right, well, I think I'm going to quit rambling on now and end this video. I wasn't even planning on making a video today. I'm working in the shop, and I started making a parts list of what I needed. I was like, you know what? Let me pull some of this stuff apart, see what I need, and go from there. So, all right, guys, I appreciate it. Let me know if you like stuff like this, you know, going around fixing this stuff. Hopefully you guys will like this kind of content, and it'll help maybe some of you guys watch me struggle to fix some of this stuff, and go from there. So please subscribe, hit the thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. It doesn't cost anything to do either one of those things. You're not obligated to anything, so I'd appreciate it if you guys would do that. If anybody has any, you know, ideas on anything that's broken down here you guys see, and you think you might know what it is, please send me a message. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not upset or anything like that, you know, unless you send me dumb messages like, you should sell your games or give away your games because you never turn them on. You know, dumb shit like that, but people don't know what I do. You know what I mean? These games are on more than people think. But anyways, you know, if somebody has a suggestion, why is F2 on Dig Dug blowing? You know what I mean? Is it something with the power supply for the game itself? Is that causing it to trip the 4 amp breaker or the 4 amp fuse because something's overheating on there? I don't know. You know, I'm not sure. Do I rebuild the power supply and maybe that fixes it? It might. You know, I don't know. So if anybody knows stuff like that, let me know. Obviously, these other games, we're not really going to know much on the monitors until I get into them. I definitely think that I probably should do a cap kit on them, and I know that's not always the answer. Believe me, I hear it all the time. People think their monitor is dead, like Kangaroo, because it's dead. Oh, it's a cap kit. Well, it's obviously not a cap kit because it won't even turn on, so clearly it's not getting power. It's not powering on the flyback. You know what I mean? We're not getting any neck glow. We're not getting anything when the game turns on. So that's something I would say the hot is blown on it. You know what I mean? Flyback could be bad as well. Yeah, definitely. You know, did the flyback go bad and blow out the hot? Maybe. Don't know. You know, when you have this many games in a row running and you're not always by them, you don't know what happens. You don't know if you heard a noise. You know what I mean? Did you hear the flyback arc and it blew out the hot? I don't know. I wasn't over there. You know, so that's just stuff you got to investigate and figure out. And the more and more I get into these monitors, the more I will figure them out. Like I said, I'm not at all great on them. You know, I can get them running here and there. Stuff still stumps me, but I'll figure it out. And there's people I can ask. Charlie from Overtime Arcade is really good about helping me with monitor issues and stuff like that. He seems pretty good at them. So, and plus he's friends with somebody, I forget what his name is, that's really good with the monitors. But all right, I gotta get back to work, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. One more thing, guys, I had to come back on. I forgot this monitor in this cabinet. That is not a disco monitor, or however they say that. It's a K7000 chassis, I believe. Yeah, on the tube. So I had done a tube swap, or I had found out something. I did something to where I knew that chassis would work on that tube. So I don't remember if I changed the yoke or not. Doesn't look like I did, so I must have just figured out that chassis was compatible with that tube and yoke. So I need to find parts for the K7000. Thanks, guys. See you guys later.